Hello class. In your previous assignments, you've already been creating basic dashboards in order to submit everything all at once as a PDF. But here in Chapter 8 in this module, we're going to be covering some best practices for creating dashboards, and you'll learn a couple more tips and tricks for how to set up your dashboards in the book. However, I think the book stops too short and leaves you with kind of really ugly dashboards like the one we're looking at, and I wanted to show you a couple things you can do to really improve the visual value of your dashboard before you start working on your final dashboards that you'll be submitting for peer review and for your final project. So first thing that makes a huge difference right away, if you go up to the menu, to the dashboard menu, you can go to Format here, and we can change the dashboard shading. So right away we can create a little bit of visual contrast within our dashboard, and that will really help the user to not feel like they're kind of looking at a lot of white space, which makes it hard to read each individual graphic. From this menu you can also change what the title looks like, whether or not it has a border. So in this example, I just added a border. Maybe I want it to look a little bit thicker. So you can play around with that as well. And then you can also change the shading for individual objects. So if you come over to layout, well, first let's cover this. So the selected item is this chart here. I can change the background of this if I'd like. But there's other ways to do this where you can kind of do it for all of your elements all at once. So I'm going to put that back at none for now. So if I go back into my dashboard format menu that I was in before, I can change the shading for all the titles so that I'm not doing it individually. I don't think in this case I would want them to all be different. So now I'm starting to really like this. Already it looks a lot better. And now I can kind of tinker with my individual items here. I can change things to floating, so I could come down here, maybe change this object to floating, and then have it within my graph so that makes everything fit on one page. I could add borders to things if I'd like. I'm not going to add a border to that. I actually like it without it. You can experiment with adding padding to different objects as well, and yeah, so play around with it, see what you like. If we come up here, I can update this as well. Maybe I want it to stand out so that they know that they need to input something here and this parameter. And then when I go back to my dashboard here, I can also add images. So maybe I want to add like a logo or something, and I can make it floating so it's not like taking up an entire container. So I really encourage you guys to spend some time once you've gotten all of your visualizations in place on your dashboard, making it look more readable for the user, creating some contrast, and then helping draw the user to your visualizations without drowning them in white space. So good luck and enjoy.